Hey guys, I'm going to go over lesson 9's homework with you. I know you guys probably don't have pattern blocks at home, but there's some drawn at the top for you to use for reference with this. So I'm just going to show you how it should have been done. I know it's a little difficult without them, but we're going to talk about it. Okay, it says sketch 2 different ways to compose the given angles using 2 or more pattern blocks. Write an addition sentence to show how you compose the given angle. So here, on number 1, we basically want to make a straight line using like the corners of the pattern block pieces, and we didn't get completely to this point today, but let me show you an example. So here's like the hexagon one, and we know that each angle on the hexagon pattern block is 120 degrees, and I don't have them here with me either, so I'm just sketching them. So here's the hexagon, and that corner, I'm not very great at drawing it, but that corner on each part, there's a 120 degree angle. If I added one of the triangles to it, which we know is a 60 60 60 triangle, if I added those two together, it's going to make, at the bottom, they make a straight line if you go across. So 60 degrees plus 120 will give you 180. So we're looking for another combination as well. So I'm going to pick some that are easy to draw. I could probably use a square. So I'm going to use the square pattern block because it's just 90. And I can use another square one, which is 90, and it'll give me 90 plus 90 equals 180. So it's just basically finding different ways to compose 180. It wants us to do the same thing down here with number 2, where you have angle DEF, which is equal to 90 degrees, and it wants us to find 2 different ways to compose that with the pattern blocks. So let's see what I can try here. I think I'm going to try, do you see this diamond piece at the top? Well, kind of. That's 150 on the sides and then 30 degrees on the acute angles. So I'm going to use I'm going to use a triangle, which is 60 degrees. And then in order for me to get 90, 60 plus 30 will give you 90. So I'm going to use the other part of, I'm going to use that skinny diamond piece, and it's going to be 60 plus 30 will give me the 90. It's just a really fancy way of finding a way to decompose those bigger angles, which we're going to practice with just numbers later on. Here, another easy way to do it is I could just put a square pattern block there. I know that's not 2, but for the sake of time, that one will work as well. Okay, couple more. Number 3 is an obtuse angle of 120 degrees. So if you think about it and you go back to your pattern blocks at the top, let's see what we can do that would be easy to compose 120 degrees. Let's do a triangle, which will give me 60, and another triangle, which would be 60, and 60 plus 60 would give me 120 degrees. And let's see what else we could use. Let's just use the side of the hexagon, because the hexagon, all of the angles are 120, so we could just have 120 degrees. Okay, number 4 is tricky because it's not talking about the right angle on the inside. It's showing, you see that little circular part, it's showing the reflex angle on the other side. So not 90, but the rest of the 270 of the circle. So this one's going to be a little bit trickier. So I could do 3 squares, because 90 plus 90 plus 90 would give me that 270. And sorry if there's any background noise. My dogs won't leave me alone. Okay, so we have 90, 90, 90, which will give you 270. And then I could also do a square, which would be 90. Another square, which would be 90. And then I'm going to do one of those skinny diamonds, which is going to be 30 right there. And then I'm going to use a 60 piece right there to give me 90. So that 30 plus that 60 would give me 90 instead. So I just replaced one of those squares with a diamond and a triangle. Now I know this is tricky without the pattern blocks, but really all it is a way to break down the different angles that we're seeing. Okay, last one. Number 5 says Micah built the following shape with his pattern blocks. Write an addition sentence for each angle indicated by the arc and solve. The first one is done for you. So it shows angle Y, which is 120 plus 90, and which altogether is going to add up to be 210. So it shows the hexagon and the square. Now we're looking at angle Z, which is clearly a triangle and one of the diamonds. So it'd be 60 plus, it's the acute side of the diamond, so it'll be 60 plus 30. If you don't remember, we can go back up here and reference. So the 60 and the 30. So I'll write that here. 60 degrees plus the 30, which will give me 90. And I know it's kind of weird to look at, but I could put one of the squares there and test that out to see if that's 90. And then for angle X, I have the acute end of the diamond, a triangle, and a hexagon. So it'll be 120 plus that 60 plus that 30, which will give me 210 degrees. Okay guys, I hope this was helpful. I know it was difficult without pattern blocks at home, but we'll talk more about it in the morning. Thanks.